Hello friends, welcome back to my Excel video tutorial. On this video, I want to illustrate to you the use of a very powerful Microsoft Excel lookup function which many Excel users do not use. Probably they do not understand how to use the function. Now, this is the indirect function. If you go to the formula library in Microsoft Excel, we are familiar with the lookup, HLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, index and match. But what about the indirect function? That is what I want to illustrate to you. Sometimes we also use the transpose function, but what about the indirect function? So now take a look at this workbook. Let's assume you're doing a valuation of different companies using market multiples, and you could also have a different workbook with different information as this one. But if you look at the sheets, the worksheet, you can see that you have information for different companies and they are in the same structure across the sheets. But however, we want to get a summary of all the information from other sheets. I want to get information about the market price, diluted shares, equity value, debt, non-controlling interest, preferred stock, enterprise value. Take a look at this. You can see all this information are extracted on this sheet. You can see the current market price, the diluted shares, the enterprise value, and other information. The same goes for all the other sheets. They are on this in the same structure. Now I want to extract a summary of this information. Now if you have to do that in Excel, you would have gone to follow this method by saying equals to, I want to extract the share price, and this is what you have. You do that for all sheets. Now how many are you going to do? If you have up to, let's say you have 1 2 3 4, then that is 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 4 times 9 is about 36. You have to do this 36 times. But however, you can use a simple Excel function known as indirect function. Now what I've actually done here, I have looked at the structure of the information I want to extract from the different worksheets, and I've seen that they appear in different cell reference. Like you can see the share price appears in B8, the diluted earnings appears, diluted shares appears in B13. So that is what I did here. I've listed them in this same order. That is, this is a market price, diluted shares, equity value, cash, debt, follow this order. Now also another important thing you need to note is that the names of this company for which you want to extract information must be the same with the names. You must name them in the same way. So now if I want to do this using the indirect function, I'm going to show you something which you should be familiar with. If you want to extract information from another sheet into this sheet by using this structure, that is, you are referencing another sheet. Now you can see the structure. You have the sheet name, you have this exclamation mark, and the reference to the sheets that you are referring. Now you can use the same method and use the indirect method to extract the information from other sheets. Now if I want to extract information about the market price, the reference starts with the sheet name. So this is the name of the sheet. Okay, I will not make this mixed reference. So I will not lock the row so that when I copy to pick information from other sheets. So now what do you have next after the sheet name? You have this exclamation mark. And take note, this is a text in Excel, so text have to be put in double quotes. So after this, what do you have? You have the reference. So I have to use this ampersand also. Remember, you have to put ampersand here as well. You have the sheet name, and you also have exclamation mark, and the reference to the sheet that you are referring to has to be here. Okay, now this is an optional parameter, so you can ignore that parameter. I'm using the reference text parameter. So now I'm referring to this because what is in B8 on all these sheets are the share prices. So I will lock this cell reference here. So you can see I've been able to get that for all these. So you can do the same thing. I can actually copy this and paste here. So now this is in B5, this is in B8, so I'm referencing this. The next one is I'm referencing B5. This B5 is here, so this one should be B6. I should be referencing B13 on the other sheet, so I'll just make this B6. So I can copy this. This is B7. I'm referencing B14 from the other sheet, so just copy. B8. I'm referencing B15 from the other sheet. B9. I'm referencing B16 from the other sheets. Then this is B10. I'm referencing B17 from the other sheet. This is B11. I'm referencing B18 from the other sheet. Don't have anything here. This is B12. I'm referencing B20 from the other sheet. Then this is B13. So I'm referencing B22 from the other sheet. So you can see how to do this. I can just copy this and do the same thing for up to the enterprise value, and do the same thing. I want to do for ABC. I'm going to use paste formulas so that I don't alter the formatting. Paste formulas. So you can see how to use indirect function to extract information from different sheets across different sheets. So thank you very much for watching. If you want to subscribe to my virtual advanced Excel tutorial, you can click the link below and see what I have to offer. Thank you very much once again.